Hi there, it's Debbie, and I just wanted to make a short video about why I set up Stay Sane at Work, what it is, and how it can hopefully help you and other people who might be suffering from work-related mental health issues. I had the idea for this probably about a year and a half ago, and it's basically because I have had work-related mental health issues which really impacted upon my life, probably to the point where I'm now self-employed as a result of what happened to me at work. The main thing that happened to me was episodes of severe depression caused by long-term stress at work. It's first happened to me when I was 23 and I was starting out in the legal profession, and I had a training contract at a law firm in Leeds, and I felt very unsupported and thrown in at the deep end, which caused me to get quite stressed and then have probably what's classed as a breakdown, and which lasted for around about 6 months. And then I got into exercise, I got into running, and I felt better. I got into holistic therapies, and that also helped as well. And yeah, I thought I'd managed to get better and sort things out, but unfortunately it happened again a couple of times. When I changed my career and became a teacher, it happened again. And it was quite severe, that episode, and it lasted for quite a long time, for nearly 3 years actually. And then luckily managed to get better, found the right medication, and then it happened again after a redundancy a few years later, and that's when I ended up in hospital and had to have ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, which really worked for me. I didn't think that anything else would work after it happened for the third time, so luckily they gave me that treatment and it worked. But the whole point of this project, Stay Sane at Work, the website and the Facebook group, is, you know, I don't want people to get to that point. I don't want people to get into crisis, into despair, with things that go on at work. And the whole point of it is to help people to avoid getting to that point, and to help to raise awareness about the different kinds of situations that can happen at work, and how to get back into balance if you end up getting stressed or anxious or fall into depression because of what's going on at work. So yeah, that's the reason why I've set it up. I've been personally affected quite badly. It's had a massive impact on my life. As I said, I'm now self-employed, and in part probably because of the various things that happened to me at work. And I have done a longer video which you can find probably just next to this one, which goes into more depth about what happened in those jobs that I did. Yes, so the website is in development, staysaneatwork.co.uk, and basically what you've got is some resources on and information on the different things that can happen at work that can cause people stress, like excessive workload, bullying and harassment, yeah, all of the different situations that can happen to people. And then there's a section on different ways to get back into balance. So the plan is to have people who are experts in different areas contributing to the site as well. We've got sections on exercise, yoga, holistic therapies, social media detox, healthy eating, all the kinds of things that are good to practice at any time to prevent getting stressed out and depressed, but are also helpful if you're in that place and you just need some direction on different things you can try to get out of it and to feel better. The website also has what I hope will be an inspirational blog, and the blog is where I hope people can feel comfortable to share their story. They can talk about their experiences that they've had with work-related mental health issues, the different difficult situations that have happened at work, and really hopefully share their story to get it off their chest and to be able to put it in the past, and also to help other people that are currently going through similar situations. If you want to contribute to that, then you can keep names and details, places confidential. That's not a problem. I'm just really passionate about getting a blog where people share their experiences, because I think that would have really helped me when I was really in a bad place. In the times in the past where it would have helped me to read that kind of thing. I'm still open to suggestions with the website and the way it can go. Hopefully, I do link into lots of different other organisations like Mind, Sane, Heads Together on the site, so I am open to suggestions about where the site can go. There's also a Facebook group, which if you search on Facebook for Stay Sane at Work, you will find us, and it's still quite a small group. There's 150 people in it right now, but I hope that it does get bigger and that we can support each other in the group, share helpful information and advice on work-life balance, different information on work-related mental health, to raise awareness, give people support and advice. The aim is that people come into the group who are maybe having difficulties and can get support. People who have relatives, loved ones, partners who are struggling, they can come in and get support. That's the main reason why I set up the group. I've also written my memoir called Awakened, which is available on Kindle right now, and I'm planning to have that available in paperback to buy off Amazon and eventually in bookshops. And it was a big part of my recovery to write my story. I wrote it at the beginning of 2017, at the beginning of this year. It took about 4 to 5 months, and it was pretty difficult to go back to some of the places that I was in, because I desperately wanted to avoid thinking about those times in my life when I was really depressed. But I felt like it would be worth it to revisit those places if it meant that I could put it in the past, and also if it meant that my story could help other people. That was the main driving force behind writing the book. I just tried to write the book that would have helped me when I was in those bad places. I didn't find that there was a lot out there that was really anything that I could identify with, but luckily now there's more and more people coming out and telling their story, which is really encouraging, and I think it can really help us to find out what other people have been through, and that can help us to realise that there is hope and we can actually come out of the other side and live a happy, healthy life and put our problems in the past. I think it's also a question as well of, once we have suffered with mental health issues, it's a case of managing it, because even though we can feel better, it often pops up and comes back in a variety of ways, which can be quite upsetting when we think that we are fully better. And I think it's a case of managing the conditions and being aware that, we have to be careful with ourselves. Maybe if we have been through work-related mental health issues, we need to be careful of the red flags and the warning signs that it's coming back, and we need to really prioritize looking after ourselves, our physical health, our mental health, spiritual health as well. And I've learned from experience that if you neglect any of those areas, then it can very quickly creep back up on you again. The depressive feelings, the anxious feelings, and again, hopefully the group and website can help you if you are on the road to recovery but you're having little stumbling points as well. So that's also another reason why I've set this up. So I hope that explains a bit more about the project and the aims of it. If you want to get involved, I'd be so happy if you could contribute your story. If you look at the website and feel like there's information that's missing and you'd like to contribute on an area that you have expertise in, I'd be very happy to hear from you about that. If you just send me a Facebook message or send me an email, which I'll put in the pin post in the group, and it's also in the contact area of the website as well. And I'm very open to suggestions about where the project can go and how it can develop in the future. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm hoping to either meet you in the group or hear from you via the website. Okay, thanks, bye.